According to Google, an idol is a person who is greatly admired, loved, and revered. My mother is loved by me and my sister as a mother, loved by my father as a wife, revered by a crowd as a scriptwriter, and admired by her friends as a world friend. Today, I want to tell you guys about a woman who started from ghetto and became famous scriptwriter and now a mother, my mother. My mother grew up in a bad environment. She grew up in a poor divorced family, violent and alcoholic father, a mother who had to work abroad, and had to take care of her brother from grade 4. She had to pack her brother's lunchbox from grade 4. But however, I guess God was fair enough to give her a talent. She was good at writing. Because she was good at writing, she went to university and studied writing, and became a scriptwriter and went into one of Korea's biggest broadcasting studio. When you first go into a broadcasting studio as a scriptwriter, you're not really a writer, you're just someone who do chores. So doing chores, looking at what other older scriptwriters write, she learned how to write better. Her natural talent and the skills she learned from older people got mixed, and she became a better and better writer. After a few years, she became the main scriptwriter of a show. Main scriptwriter technically decides everything about show and making how is this show gonna continue. While she was had a successful life as a scriptwriter, she enjoyed her life. She bought fancy things, clothes, makeup, and go to party sometime. And she also made a lot of famous shows. One of the shows she made was called 칭찬합시다, which was government-related show that was made to cheer up Korean people when Korea had a really bad economy. When I searched about that show, it says the show technically changed the whole mood of the society and also changed Korean TV show history, because people didn't thought that government-related show can be that famous and also that fun. At the peak of her life, she met my father. I still don't understand how she fell in love with my father, because they're two different persons. My father is an engineer, and my mother is a writer. You can imagine their chemistry would be so crazy. Anyway, they fell in love, they got married. After 2 years, they had me. And while my mother had me, she thought it was time to give up something for me. So she gave up her TV show, and she became a radio scriptwriter. For all the TV show scriptwriter, radio scriptwriter was their final goal, because radio scriptwriter has more time, more peaceful, and still gets more paid. And my mother worked as a music radio program scriptwriter while she had me, and I think that might be one of the reasons why I like music so much. When I was around 1, I was sick. I had asthma and I had to stay in hospital for weeks. And that was when she decided to give up her beloved job, something that made her happy, something that afforded her to buy fancy things, something that she was good at, only thing she was good at. For a scriptwriter who had to meet people and follow the trend, quitting job and looking after a baby meant end of her career. She knew when she quit her job, she would never come back to the place she was. But even though she knew those, she gave up her job and beloved career for me. I still really, really appreciate that. So after she quit her job, she tried her best to be a really good housewife and a great mother to me and my sister, and a great wife to my father. Housewife job wasn't really best for her because she wasn't really good at cooking, cleaning. She was more like clumsy type of person like me. But because she loved her family. She worked really hard. She learned how to cook and clean. I'm sure that housewife job wasn't best for her, and she didn't really enjoy it, but because she loved me and my sister and my father, she was just focused on me and my sister to her family for 15 years. She loves writing, but she haven't written anything for 15 years except 2 plays. Yes. Nowadays, she's writing a novel. It's the first time she start writing in 15 years. She said that she started writing because she thought now she has time to write, since me and my sister both go to school for a long time, and she has a peaceful mindset. Writing is also a skill, and she haven't used that skill for 15 years. And she told me that writing isn't easy as before, but when I read her novel, it was so good. It was powerful and creative. I am a reader, and I really like to read. And when I read a part of her novel, it made me sure that novel is one of the best novel I could ever read. It is not end yet, but I'm so sure that will be one of the best novel. After around 10 days, my mother is going back to Korea to get her surgery. When I first heard she had a cancer, I questioned it so many times, why it has to be her. Because for me, it looks like there are so many bad people in the world who deserve cancer and pain, but my mother deserved none. But throughout the time, I realized being sad, afraid, and scared will not help in any way. It will just make my family more nervous. Even though her cancer was small and in the safe position, I was scared. I guess it's because 3 of my grandparents suffered from cancer and 2 of them passed away. So I guess I have some type of trauma with cancer. My mother overcame so many things and gave up something that was everything to her for people who she loved. My family moved a lot, and I'm pretty sure while we moved, she kind of had to stuck in home because she couldn't really speak the language. And even though she never expressed that she was stressed, I'm pretty sure that stressed her a lot because she's a very extrovert type of person. She likes to meet people. She's the best mother I could ever ask for. She is, she was, she is, and she will always be mother who tries, who works hard, who shares love, and who has a great sense of humor. Mother, so at this point, I want to share a quote with you guys. God could not be everywhere, and therefore he made mothers. Mother's love is the strongest. Mother can give up everything she liked, everything that was important for her, just for you. So to end this speech, I recommend you guys to think about what your mother gave up for you. And if you do, I'm pretty sure you will find out something you never thought of. And when you do, I encourage you guys to say thank you to your mother and maybe give a big warm hug. Thank you.